हेलो एवरीवन। आज की वीडियो में हम बनाने वाले एक टू डू लिस्ट यूजिंग आर एम वी एम फ्रेमवर्क, एम वी एम स्ट्रक्चर आर्किटेक्चर एंड RESTful API. So I have created the backend using our node. Okay, and this so I'm not going to create this backend. You will get this backend code from the my GitHub प्रोफाइल। ओके, आज की वीडियो में सबसे पहले मैं ये टू डू लिस्ट क्रिएट करूँगा। दी प्रीवियस वीडियो हमने देखा था कि हम ये टू डू लिस्ट एवीएम आर्किटेक्चर को यूज़ करते हुए कैसे करेंगे यूजिंग आर प्रोवाइडर एज वेल। मेन डिफरेंस हमारा इसमें ये होगा कि जो व्यू मॉडल के अंदर हमने एक्शंस प्रिपेयर करे थे, अब वो ऐड डिलीट जितनी भी हमारी टू डू के लिए एक्शंस होंगे वो यूजिंग एपीआई के थ्रू करेंगे। फॉर एग्जांपल, लेट मी शो यू द डेमो। फर्स्ट डिलीट दिस आइटम, let me create the new one. Okay, as you can see, 2 days created. Next will be update. Let's say update. Okay, so as you can see, delete भी हमारा perfectly work कर रहा है, update भी perfectly work कर रहा है and edit भी perfectly work कर रहा है. Okay, so let me start creating it. मेजर डिफरेंस यहाँ पे ये रहेगा कि हमारे व्यू मॉडल के अंदर जितनी भी एक्शंस हो गए, जैसे फैच हो गया, डिलीट हो गया, इट गोइंग बी चेंजेस. ओके, let me remove all of the code. मोस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट जो हमने प्रीवियस वीडियो में क्रिएट करा था वो सेम रहेगा। ओके, आप प्रीवियस वीडियो चेकआउट कर सकते हैं। लेट मी स्टार्ट क्रिएटिंग इट। टू डू मॉडल, व्यू मॉडल। ओके, एक्सटेंड करेगा हमारा नोटिफायर। ओके, ये नोटिफायर हमारा मटेरियल ऐप से कॉल होगा। लेट मी इंपोर्ट दिस थिंग। Why it is not taking the suggestion? Let me find out. Okay, so it takes the suggestion. ओके, सबसे पहले हम एक क्रिएट कर लेंगे बेसिक सा fetch operation. It will be future. ओके, अब इसके अंदर हम मेन एक्शन लिखते हैं। सबसे पहले एक रिस्पॉन्स। ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे देखेंगे कि हम एपीआई कैसे कॉल करते हैं। एपीआई कॉल करने के लिए आई गोना यूज एचटीटीपी पैकेज। ओके, एंड ये ऑलरेडी मैंने इंपोर्ट के लिए अपने मेन डॉट पॉप डॉट एम एल में। ठीक है, यहाँ पे हम पास करेंगे बेस यूआरएल। बेस यूआरएल भी अभी मैं लिख लेता हूँ, बेस यूआरएल। और यहाँ पे आएगा हमारा लेट्स से टू डू। ओके, एंड यहाँ पे हमें इस बेस यूआरएल को भी लिखना है। इट विल बी बेस यूआरएल। बेस यूआरएल जो भी आपका एपीआई होगा उसके बेसिस पे होगा। And don't need to worry about this backend code. You will get this from my backend from my GitHub profile. प्लस यहाँ पे लोकल होस्ट की जगह आपको अपना आईपी कॉन्फ़िग डालना पड़ेगा, विच विल बी माई दिस थिंग। आप अपने CMD से जाके आईपी कॉन्फ़िग भी लिख सकते हैं। ओके, एंड लेट मी ऑल्सो इंपोर्ट दिस थिंग। ओके, आई रिमेम्बर दिस थिंग कि ये सबसे पहले हमें इस तरीके से इंपोर्ट करना होता है। पैकेज एस टी टी पी, ठीक है, एस एच टी टी पी। इफ रिस्पॉन्स डॉट स्टेटस। सो फर्स्ट जब हम फैच करेंगे तो स्टेटस कोड हमें मिलता है, लेट्स से गेट 200, ओके, इज इक्वल टू 200। And give me a sec, let me also charge my laptop as well. ओके, सो यहाँ पे हमें रिस्पॉन्स में आई गेस जो भी बोलेगा हम उसको एक लिस्ट में स्टोर करा लेंगे। लिस्ट विल बी आर डायनेमिक, ओके। JSON decode. If you are new, why we are using JSON decode, you can study about why JSON decode is used. Okay, so I think it maybe give the solution like pass the string and returns the JSON object. Yeah, that's correct. Since we know that the response dot body is received as string, okay. अब इस लिस्ट को भी हमें कहीं स्टोर कराना होगा। सो इन द प्रीवियस वीडियो इफ यू रिमेंबर वी हैव written something like this, एंड ये टू डू मॉडल हमने क्रिएट करा हुआ है। फर्स्ट इट विल बी ब्लैंक, ओके। सो लिस्ट टू डू गेट टू डू लिस्ट unmodified, did I write the wrong spelling over here? Okay, so it's something like this, and over here you going to pass this thing, ओके। एंड जो भी हमारा डाटा होगा हम इसमें स्टोर करेंगे, क्लीन दिस थिंग, and we need to use the for each over here, ID, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे जो हमें वैल्यू मिली है आइटम, आइटम में से हम डिकोड करेंगे, ओके। सो सबसे पहले हमें रिस्पॉन्स में चेक करना पड़ेगा कि किस तरीके से वैल्यू आई है हमारी। एज यू कैन सी ID is getting something like this, एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो चेक कि हमें किस तरीके से वैल्यू सेंड करनी है टू डू मॉडल, it will be title and ID, okay। सो आईडी हो गई, टाइटल, एंड आई थिंक आइटम में भी हमें टाइटल ही मिल रहा है। ओके, once it is done we can use the notifier this thing, and we can do something like this as well. If something goes wrong while catching the it, so it will throw the exception over here. Okay, and let me also show you how I use this fetch to do to get the to dos. As you can see, I get this thing over here, Zinta type. Why it is showing something like this? Okay, let it do it something like this. Okay, so as you can see, our fetch function is going through over here like this. And if you're new, you can also research about this why widget byte instance add post frame call rug. Okay, why it is used. So let me also do a quick chat GPT over here, which will explain you why I have used this thing. Why we have used this over here in the Flutter application. I'm supposing a quick answer, but it start giving the wrong answer. So let me also explain this in this line. It execute the fetch to do, which I already know, but I'm executing. Yeah. So add to do is the way to defer some work until a current frame has been down, and this useful you want to make sure you are ready before you start the fetch this thing, in case ensure the 2D is fully built and display before it start fetch the, which will prevent the potential UI glitch. Overall, the add post framework is commonly a pattern used in a Flutter to execute a code that should only run once the initialized build. Okay, I hope you understand these things. And one more point you can also see, like avoid the unnecessary API calls on rebuild. Okay, so let's start creating our add to do, and this supposed to be over out. Let me use the try catch better. And as you can see, this to do will receive a props, or we can say perimeter to do TLA try catch method, same as edits, but instead of get we are going to use the post method over here, final response. And it will also help, like how we can use the http post method, url parse uri parse. Okay, is url slash to do. Okay, it will receive A contain header. Contain header is basically a thing you passed over here. You can also copy. Uh, it's not showing. I think for the post API it will show. No, it is not showing. So basically, you just need to pass the contained application JSON, and it's supposed to be in this thing. On body over here, you need to pass the body dot encode, and you need to pass this title. So this is how our post API works in the Flutter, as you can see, and it will get the response status code. For the create API, we get the 2201 status code. Okay, since the new to do is created, they are the different meaning for the each status code. You can also learn about these things. To do, okay, you're going to pass this JSON response body. Okay, so let's also write the exception over here. Okay, so this is the add to do, and over here I have used this thing like this will call the action over here. Okay, let me also write the to do for the update one. For the update to do, I get the ID and the updated text. Let's me copy this thing. Okay, instead of post, we are going to use the put method over here. So contain header will be same, add to do will be same, and this will be same. And let me also check what status code I get for the put method. Return server. Oh, okay. So instead of this, I think I need to pass the ID over here. So let me use the get method to get some ID. So for the put, I will pass the ID over here, something like this, and I get the 200 status code. Okay. So if you are new, like if index is present inside a to-do, it will give the index. If the to-do is not present inside the to-do, it will give us the -1, since like you can say the index or the to-do is not present over there. Once it is done, we can use the notify list. Okay. So our update to do is also done. Let's simply do for the delete one. For the delete, I guess this is the method that I have created. Over here, we need to just pass the ID, ID, and inside the, let me also run the for the post, and no need to pass this thing. This only need to pass the ID, and I get the 200 status. Okay, and one more thing over here, I also need to pass the ID. For the body, it will be nothing that I need to pass. Minimum this thing. And one more thing I also need to highlight. If you don't get it, why I'm using these things and why I'm updating these things, like after updating our photo inside the backend, we need to update it from the front end as well, or need to remove it from the front end as well. That's why these codes are written. Okay. So ID delete, and over here there is a delete. So let me just start the project again. me check. It is working. I think it is not working. Why it is not working? Let me check. Like if our 2D is working or not. Okay. So why it is not getting 2D? Okay. It is the slash over here. Let me close this thing and run it in a debug mode. No route to the host. Hmm. Okay, as you can see, the IP is different. That why it is showing the nothing over here. So okay, so as you can see, our 2D is not solved. So it may be a difference between our API that I have tried previously. So let's see the edit one. Let's see the update. Okay, so as you can see, our update to do is also working perfectly. Okay, so that's all for this video. So in the upcoming video, I will show you how we can create a to-do list using our Firebase. Okay, so stay tuned for this video. So today is my subscriber is 84. Okay, and today is the day, let's say 18. So let's see how many subscribers we get till our second video. Thanks for watching.